Hi everyone and welcome back to a little bit of Warframe. Today I finally was able to build and level Cyte-09 or Quincy, however you want to call this Warframe. And yeah, I was just playing around and I think the build that I have created should work on the steel path, which is something I have not tested yet. So, what do we have? Do we have like a there we go. We have an exterminate against the tech rot. That should be fine. Let's try it out. Let's see if the build that I came up with actually functions well in the steel path. It should. I just haven't been going against the tech rot enemies with it, but in the simulacrum it did work very fine. One thing that I need to get a grasp of is which energy color I should use. Let's load up gas damage on our 4. There we go. Go invisible. Throw out our 1 and just start sniping. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. That is definitely functioning the way it was against other enemies in the simulacrum. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, the abilities are very interesting and also very synergistic, right? Our 1 just highlights weak points. Oh, whoops. Our 2 can be used as a reload button, as well as it just buffs our damage straight up, right? So that's very nice. You can see how our 1 is just a wall hack basically, and it does work really well. Like, yeah. And our 4, the sniper rifle, is just insane damage. It leaves back a hefty AoE, and since tech rot enemies are weak against gas damage, that gas cloud can become quite the killer. So, yeah, definitely more than happy with the damage output of this build in the steel path. So, I consider that a successful test. Let's finish up the bounty. Let's also grab the cash. I think we should do that. Let's have a quick glance. It's over here, so let's focus on that for a sec. Oh hey, pizza box, nice. And yeah, all in all, I had some time with the update now. I'm on rank 3, I think, of the Syndicate. It wasn't too bad leveling it, to be honest, and also just like a good amount of fun, because this tile set is like a huge amount of fun, right? Let's get a couple of kills in between here, just so we don't lose our invis to a inconvenience of not shooting a couple of dudes. Whoops. Ah! There we go. Got it. Alright, let's find the second key that I need. I think I can hear one around here somewhere. There it is. So yeah, these mostly give like arcanes as far as I can tell. I think they... Oh, no, get that back. We still have 30 seconds of invis, which is nice. Let's plop down our 1. Scan and snipe again. It's very important to hit the weak points, the highlighted ones, if you want to spread the ailments in an AoE, which is... it's so good. Oh wow, there we go, Ellie, nice. And yeah, the characters, I was really like hesitant at first about the whole syndicate aspect of this update, because it's just not something that sits well with me. Getting new syndicates is just... I don't know. This one though, this one makes a whole bunch of sense. And it was fun to get the initial levels. We'll have to see how that stays, like if it gets too tedious over time with the higher levels. I don't expect it to be too much of a hassle, because the bounties are actually pretty good fun most of the time. And yeah, you can obviously plop down your one in both directions, which is a good bit of fun as well. So you can cover the whole map. I also did do a defense mission in the void, because I needed an argon crystal for one part of the pistol. And I really, really want that pistol. Like, oh god, sorry. I need to focus. There we go. Much, much better. Let's continue. Aha. So yeah, for that part I needed an argon crystal, and I just did the easy thing basically. Went into the void in the defense with a public squad and started sniping some dudes, and it was just really fun to get the reactions from the guys that haven't yet seen what this Warframe does. They were like, wait, why is the whole room dying over there? We didn't do anything. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, that's me. It was so cool. I had like just a good spot to sit in and was just sniping the whole map, and yeah, everybody was having a good time. And that inspired most of them to just go out and farm this new Warframe. I think if you are at the stage of the game where you can farm this Warframe, you should absolutely go for it, especially if you want to like have a change of pace a little bit. It's definitely more of the like, it really plays into this, hey, I'm the sniper, I'm setting up shop and I'm just chilling vibe, and I really, really enjoy that, not gonna lie. It's just, yeah, sure, the bounties I mostly just did with Mesa, just because I wanted an easy time with it, and I don't want bounties to be a hassle. But that's why I often choose Mesa for such things. It's just so easy, right? You just go in, press 4, everything dies, and you don't have to think about it too much. But yeah, this is like intense amounts of damage. Mind you, just to reiterate, this is the steel path. So yeah, we need to... Oh god, I forgot about the destroying container bounty that we have. Do you know what? Let's backtrack a little bit. Whoopsie. Let's try to do that. There we go. We are done. We can reactivate our 3. And that is something that I was worried about when I first read the ability, but we will go over that when we talk about the build in detail. Well, there's not too much details that I need to give you about this build. It's pretty simple and straightforward how I ended up building this frame, which is good, which is very, very good. That's I think a big strength of this Warframe is just it is quite easy to understand what this Warframe wants to do and how you achieve it. Like, it's not difficult to mod this differently and still have a great time. And I think that is amazing, right? There we go. As you can see, I'm on 27,000, standing with the Hex right now on rank 3, and I do have everything I need to rank up to rank 4 once I farmed up the standing. So, let's talk builds. Alright, here we are in our arsenal, so let's go over Cyte-09 first. Both of the builds I will show you are no Forma. So let's jump right into this. So, there is an argument for the different aura over here. Where is it? There we go. Worthy Camaraderie. 75% weak point critical chance. That is definitely something that you can slot in here. I was testing Deadeye because I wasn't sure how many people already have this aura. I will now switch over to this, but the gameplay is with Deadeye, right? It also matches the polarity, which is absolutely amazing. But this is just sniper rifle damage. Right. So, the first stat that was very important to me was obviously range. I want Seek, our first ability, our wall hack, to be pretty decent in size, right? So we use overextended as well as stretch, and that gives us our beautiful, beautiful range of 235%. So 140 meters on Seek, and ricochet range on our 4 is 23.5 meters. That's huge, right? That is huge, and I absolutely love it. Next up, I want the duration, because if you take a look at evade, our invisibility, the more duration you have, obviously the duration, the initial duration, gets bumped up. We are sitting at around 18 seconds, which is quite comfortably, because per weak point kill, and keep this in mind, this is important, it has to be a weak point kill, we get almost 4 seconds per weak point kill. Very, very nice. We also get health on kill, and our max duration is almost a minute, right? So that's really, really good. You can see the cooldown is 60 seconds, you cannot mod this, but as soon as you press your 3, those 60 seconds are start ticking. Now if you run out of your invis because either there's not enough enemy density and you haven't shot anybody in a while, if you were invis for 50 seconds already, this cooldown is only 10 seconds. And you saw it in the bounty that we ran, that cooldown was already gone once I broke my invis, right? Which is really, really nice. So yeah, don't freak out with that about that 60-second cooldown. It's handled very, very well. Now, to get more, even more out of it, we want that punch through, we want that weak point damage from our 1, we want our sniper extra damage to be a little bit higher from our ammo pack, right? We want our sniper to have a higher damage multiplier, so we need strength, right? And if overextended, obviously, we lose 60%. Now, I just went for Umbral Intensify and Augur Secrets, coupled with Power Drift. I was debating about this, and this, if you want to invest Forma into this Warframe, which I might actually do this, you could take Power Drift into the Exiles slot and slot Transient Fortitude here, or whatever, right? But for now, I just went for these 3 strength mods. It's a bit funny that this equals out to 123%. Very nice number to look at. It makes me giggle. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, you absolutely could handle this differently and slot in Mold Augmented, right, for the 60% strength to counteract overextended after 250 kills, and for longer missions that is definitely a consideration that you can go for. Right. Other than that, for duration I have Primed Continuity and Augur Message. Now if you don't have Primed Continuity, just use the normal one, right? You will be fine. Now, at first I was running Streamline. I have switched over to Energy Nexus though, but if you haven't had the luck to drop this, now I think if you do Whispers content, you will definitely have this mod. It dropped pretty quickly for me, so I was like, okay, I'm leaving it in. So this is just 3 energy regen per second, and yeah, that usually is enough to get you through the mission. I still went for Arcane Energize because I have it, right, just to get those bursts of energy, but even going with Streamline here, especially in an Exterminate mission, and having Zeneric for an initial energy burst, this is almost always gonna be fine with Streamline. I then went for Molt Efficiency because, hey, do you know what? Our shields will always be active because we are invisible, right? So we just get free duration out of this. It is pretty much free, except if we run into an explosion or something like that, or get hit by a stray bullet, right? But that is the build for Cyte-09 in a nutshell, and I am really, really happy with this one. Now let's go over to the Neutralizer, which is our Exalted Sniper Rifle. So here, I went for Galvanized Chamber. Multi-shot is always good, and yeah, I mean, other than that, you can also use Galvanized Aptitude if you want to. I am not pushing status on this, because the status chance is pretty low. Right, for some damage, I went with Semi-Rifle Cannonade, which is a mod that I haven't used before, but I just felt it would fit in here quite nicely. It's 240% damage and plus 1.5 punch through, which is really, really nice, right? I went for Hush to make it so that our gunfire will not be hurt by enemies. If you don't have Semi-Rifle Cannonade, what you can do is drop Hush, drop this, just go for Serration instead. Yes, you do lose around 1000 damage, but is that really something bad? No. Will the enemies run at you, even if you're invis? Yes, but they will not shoot you. So that is just my preferred setup, nothing else. We have critical delay and vital sense for crit chance and crit damage. Now, the -20 fire rate on this gets counteracted by semi-rifle cannonade. As you can see, fire rate cannot be modified, so you can't shoot quicker, but you also cannot shoot slower, which counteracts crit delay so nicely, and these 200% crit chance are insanely good for this weapon. I went for a corrosive setup with high voltage and malignant force, and also rhyme rounds to get cold. This is very nice against acolytes. You can 2-tap, sometimes 1-tap an acolyte with this, if your shot combo is high enough and everything just goes your way. But you can experiment with this. The cool thing is, even though we have cold here, if you choose heat from your 2, that heat is always separate. It doesn't combine with cold. Right, it's just separate, so it's very nice how you can make some very cool things out of that. Very simple build, 0 Forma. Obviously, if you don't have galvanized chamber for one reason or another, just use a regular split chamber. It does fit in this slot perfectly fine, right? Cool. Those are the builds. I think I will definitely play more with Cyte-09. I really enjoy the playstyle, especially while playing solo. The one thing that I need to find is the best working energy color for me. That yellowy, orangey, it is okay to highlight the weak points, but I might try out some different colors. Just find something that works for you. But yeah. That is it for Cyte-09. Really exciting stuff. Very cool Warframe. Very different playstyle, but a ton of fun. That is it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, take care. Bye.